L'équipe de Mommy est en ce moment sur
Here
notre plateau. Mommy en
is the crew
compétition
from
officielle. Nouveau
Mommy
film
in the
signé
official
Xavier Dolan,
competition, a
qui est là
new
pour la
film
première fois en
by
compétition ici même à
Xavier
Cannes,
Dolan, who is
entouré de
for
son
the first time
magnifique trio,
here
magnifique
in the
casting.
official
Bonjour,
competition with
bienvenue à tous
his
les trois.
wonderful
Bonjour
cast.
Dorval,
Welcome
bonjour
to all
Suzanne,
of
Clément,
you,
et bonjour
Dorval,
Antoine-Olivier, Pilon.
Suzanne, Clément, and Antoine-Olivier,
Bonjour,
Pilon.
comment ça va Xavier Dolan?
So,
Heureux d'être enfin en
Xavier
compétition
Dolan,
à Cannes avec le micro, s'il vous plaît.
how are you? Are you happy to be in the official competition? Oh, yes, very much. It's raining on Cannes and on us in here, but internally it's joy. Yes, we're crying with joy inside. So you were in Cannes before with I Killed My Mother, and everyone's going to ask you the same question. You're back here in the official competition with Mommy. What is the link between these two films? Since you're talking about the figure of the mother, there's little to do except for the very strong ties I have with Anne and with Suzanne. They were both in the adventure, but these two worlds are completely different. I Killed My Mother is a kind of fable on adolescence, which has an anecdotal character, whereas Mommy is about people who deeply love each other, but who are caught up in a system that rejects them. The boy's illness, a mental illness, so there are very few parallels between Mommy and I Killed My Mother, because the first one is so confined in its logic, whereas this one is much broader in scope as far as I see. You create a wonderful figure of the mother, a magnificent mother, and another motherly figure played by Suzanne Clément, and they're both surround this character. And is this a tribute to your own mother? Well, my first film was autobiographical. I grew up in the neighborhood where we grew up. I've known these streets, the people. I saw them in the bus. They were part of my life. But I have no problem with this mental disease of hyperactive syndrome. But the mother is not my mother, I can assure you.
Votre personnage est un personnage de mère courage, incroyable, mère courage, mais aussi
your
mère
mother
sexy.
Is both a sexy, very much alive, and a teenager in herself. But how did you create this? Well, the character was well delineated in the dialogues from the start. I can read the dialogue 100 times before shooting, and since Xavier is a friend and we see each other once a week, we were able to talk about it and fine-tune a certain number of elements. But we create a character with all the people who are around us. When we can see the jeans with the macrame and the bots and this kind of teenage behavior in a 50-year-old woman with a teenage son. Do you like this mother? Yes, I love her. She is very courageous, as you said, but she never feels pity for herself. She's very intelligent, even though it's obvious that she doesn't have much culture, but she's a very appealing character, and I really wanted to play this role. And Suzanne, Clément, your character is very different, a very unexpected, unusual woman. Did you develop this character with Xavier? Well, I think it's something of a cross from Xavier's desire to take me elsewhere in my own, and the character there's something mysterious about this character, and he wanted to highlight this, but he didn't really know in what direction to go, and so we built this together. And what is your impression of this amazing neighbor? We don't know everything about her. She's incapable of saying everything. Xavier had the idea of giving her a stutter. And of course, I was surprised from the first day of the shoot. I was terribly frightened. These are two very strong characters, and I was afraid of not being nothing more than an observer. She's an observer, but she's not just that, and she has her own experience. And from the first day, she amazed me. There was something of me in her that I was totally unsuspected for me. And Antoine-Olivier, how old are you? You're 16. And so your talent is really extraordinary. So how did you work on this character? An amazing character with mental problems. How did Xavier help you create this character? I've made other films which really wanted to make me develop a character like this, and after the clip of College Boy, Xavier came to talk about this character and the story, and of course I fell in love with this character from the start. And this is what I wanted to do, and we developed the character together, and Xavier helped me a great deal. I owe him so much for this characterization, and certainly the finest experience I've had in my life. And so how did things work out between the three of you? Did Xavier work with you? Please use the mic. Yeah, I can understand that. We rehearsed. We reread the script after making changes. We had individual rehearsals with each one of you. But I must say that something happened on the set. There's a kind of energy. The three characters have a kind of fusional relationship in the film. That's what we hoped for. But the sets, the environment we were working on also contributed very much to this. And when the sets came alive, we became alive. But you don't really film much of the sets with this format you chose. It's not because you don't see them that they aren't there, and I wanted to focus on them to avoid having any distraction when they're on the side, because often you have too much stuff in the picture. You have somebody in the background, you have a broom, you have other elements. In the way you work, Xavier, there's something very physical about your work during the shoot, and he practically mirrors each one of the characters, and he's really somebody. I don't know, there's something physical that happens on the shoot, during the shoot. It's something amazing. He wants to create something. Everything can move, everything can change to make the scene work. And Dorval, you already worked several times with Xavier. He's so young and talented. You have the feeling he's had so much experience. Well, I've been saying for the past few days that 1 year in the life of Xavier is worth 5 of the years in my life, and he absorbs so much information and processes it, and all he does is looking, observing what's happening, learning from others, and it's really exciting to work with him. because we have to be on the alert at all times, but we have a safety net. And sometimes I thought he was a little bit like my father, since I could just sort of let myself go when I was with him, and I felt loved. And I think that's one of the greatest qualities of a director. The directors should be deeply in love with the actors they work with, because then we give much more in return. Thank you so much to all of you. Congratulations to all of you, actors and director. And here is more scenes from